Today we're going to be covering balance changes, quests, and the brand new Brawl Pass. We're going to be taking an in-depth look at both the paid and the free version of the Brawl Pass, and we're going to be comparing the two to see what the difference is and whether it's worth it to you to buy the purchase, because that makes sense. From there, you can make your decision whether you want to buy the Brawl Pass or not. Spoiler alert, you're going to be getting oodles and oodles of rewards. It's a real word, right? Oodles? Yeah, that's a real word. Now, this is just the first of the sneak peeks. I'm going to be bringing you the Gale 1v1 versus every single brawler in the game, so you're going to want to subscribe to make sure you don't miss out on that, so you know exactly how well Gale is going to do in those interactions, including supers and gadgets this time, against every other brawler in Brawl Stars. Now, I know you guys want to know what is in the Brawl Pass, so let's start off with that. As you can see, scrolling through the rewards here, everything on the bottom row is part of the free pass. Everything on the top row is for the paid side. If you do purchase the pass, yes, you get the bottom row as well as the top row. So if we total up the rewards from the free side, you're going to be getting 13 single boxes, 24 big boxes, and 8 mega boxes. All for free. In addition to that, you're going to be receiving 80 gems, 750 power points, and 850 gold. Soak that in for a second, all you free-to-play players. That's a total of 165 boxes for free, plus all of the other additional rewards for free. This does not include that you can keep playing once you reach the end of the Brawl Pass and keep collecting more and more rewards. Now, the quests that you get add a lot to your progression, and I'm going to be covering those in just a second, so be sure to watch to the end of the video so you don't miss out on how much that's going to affect your progression. Now, looking at the paid side of the Brawl Pass, you have two options. There is a 170 gem, just entry level version of it, as well as there is a 250 gem one. The only real difference between the two bundles is that the 250 gem version progresses you 10 tiers deep into the Brawl Pass. That's it. It just saves you 10 tiers worth of playing. Furthermore, for all you really dirty gemmers out there, you can actually skip each tier of the Brawl Pass for 30 gems per tier. So if you wanted to purchase the Brawl Pass and instantly gem your way all the way up to collect the chromatic brawler Gale, it's going to cost you 850 gems to unlock him right away. One cool note about the paid side of the Brawl Pass is that you do not have to collect the bottom row of the rewards to progress along the top row. So if you wanted to progress all the way to collect Gale and then go back to open those boxes on the lower half so that you collect power points for Gale, you can absolutely do that. If you need the rewards, then by all means collect them from both sides if you want to, but you don't have to. Now, if we tally up the rewards from the paid pass, you get everything that's in the free pass as well as 10 big boxes and 6 mega boxes. In addition to that, you're going to get an extra 1,200 power points and 1,300 gold extra. So the total reward for the paid pass comes out to 255 boxes, 80 gems, 2,000 power points, and 2,150 gold. However, that's not including the exclusive items like the chromatic brawler and the extra 11 pins, which we're going to get to here in just a second. That is a massive amount of rewards for 170 gems. The paid pass is an amazing value for the money. And if you're going to be buying the paid pass, be sure to use code LEX in the shop. It does really help support my family. I know I say this a lot, and I know you guys may be sick of hearing me say it, but I truly do mean it, and I thank you guys so very much. Me, my wife, and my 7 kids were like, yo, those people out there watching my videos, you guys are the best. Seriously, we love you. So what about those exclusive rewards? Of course, you can always get big boxes and mega boxes out of the shop if you haven't purchased the pass, but there are some things that you're not going to be able to get out of the shop, at least not right away, if you don't purchase the Brawl Pass. Specifically, it is the first chromatic brawler guaranteed, as well as 11 exclusive pins. Now, there will be a video coming up very soon in these sneak peeks. It's going to be covering all the pins, but for right now, what I can say is that these pins are exclusive to the Brawl Pass, at least at the start. If I had to speculate, I would say that they would probably come to the shop at a later date, but as for right now, you can only get these pins on the paid version of the Brawl Pass. And of course, the new chromatic brawler Gale is guaranteed at tier 30, right in the middle of the Brawl Pass if you purchase that. So the paid pass is considerably more progression than the free side. However, the free Brawl Pass is a massive upgrade for all you free-to-play players. Put it this way, your progress will be twice as fast with this new update as it is right now. Yes, twice as fast. I'd say free-to-play players, you're getting a pretty dang good deal. Now there are a couple more housekeeping items before we move on to quests. A big one that a lot of you were asking in the comment section is, what is going to happen to my boxes that I currently have saved up? And here's your answer. If you look at the top right-hand corner of the Brawl Pass, it'll say that you can open your remaining boxes. When you click on that, you're prompted with, the images of the boxes that you had saved, and you can choose to open them at your leisure. Whenever you want to use those boxes, they will be there, and you don't have to open them up all at once. They'll just be there, and you can open them up as normal. Also, if you purchase the Brawl Pass and by some stroke of luck actually get Gale before you reach him at tier 30, you will get an alternate reward for Gale instead of, getting nothing. So you'll get, I think it's a big box that you're going to get instead. The token requirements to reach the next tier go up at certain intervals while you progress along the tiers. Now there are 3 types of quests: small, medium, and large quests. Small ones are worth 100 tokens, medium are worth 200, and large are worth 300 tokens. As well as exclusive Brawl Pass quests are worth either 200 or 500 tokens depending on which quest it is. Now, each day you're going to get 2 new quests with a 24-hour completion timer. Additional medium and large quests are generated on Tuesdays and Fridays, as well as Brawl Pass exclusive quests. So on Tuesdays, you're going to get 2 medium quests. On Fridays, you're going to get 2 large quests if you have purchased the Brawl Pass. If you haven't, you're going to get 1 of each on Tuesday and Friday. And now for the balance changes. There have been a lot of balance changes, mainly to gadgets, to make some of the ones that didn't get used very much or were just bad, like Fidget Spinner, hopefully to make them more viable. So let's run over what those are real quick. First up, we have 8-Bit and his cheat cartridge gadget. No longer will it destroy damage booster upon its activation, so you can now use your gadget, warp back to your damage booster, and it will not consume the super that you used. Barley is getting 2 changes. First, his super is now going to be in a fixed pattern instead of random. All the bottles will land in a fixed pattern every single time. As well as his gadget, Sticky Syrup Mixer, the slow area is being increased by 25%, as well as the area duration is increased from 3 seconds to 4 seconds. So that should hopefully make his gadget a little more viable. B is also getting her gadget buffed. The slow area is being increased by 20%, as well as whenever you use your gadget, it is now dropped directly above you and not below you to make it easier to position against a wall. Another change is to Brock and his super. Rocket Rain will now shoot in a fixed pattern instead of random shots. Mainly the big difference here between Brock and Barley and the change on their supers is that they are factoring in true blue and true red. There's actually some differences between where the rockets shoot if you are spawning on the blue side versus the red side of the map. It always looks the same to you. It's very complicated, but just know that they're making it even for both sides now. Next up, Mortis is getting his gadget improved as well. Activating Combo Spinner no longer stops Mortis from moving. I think this is a great change. Before, you would have to use your gadget and it would pause you, and it just didn't feel right with Mortis. I mean, Mortis needed a buff anyways, and I like this change to his gadget a lot. Now with Daryl, activating Recoiling Rotator no longer stops him from moving. Recoiling Rotator now deals less damage per pellet, but charges 25% of his super with each pellet hit. Think about that for just a second. For every pellet that hits from his gadget, he gets 25% of his super. If you roll into a group, hit that gadget, you're going to instantly have your super back again. You can see it right here on screen. There's going to be a lot of really fun stuff with Daryl rolling, just chaining supers. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And Daryl, he's been good, but he hasn't been like amazing. Maybe this will be too strong. Either way, I'm really excited to see how it's going to play out. Now for the 2 worst gadgets in the game. Dynamite and his Fidget Spinner. Activating Fidget Spinner no longer stops Dynamite from moving. Now, you still can't throw shots while that gadget is going off, but at least you're not standing there like a sitting duck waiting to be killed. You can actually run and maybe scout out some bushes or just try to keep enemies back away from you, but yes, you can now move and unleash your Fidget Spinner. And the last one is Piper and Auto Aimer. Auto Aimer now shoots a single bullet that slows and pushes back the first enemy it hits. This is a great change to her gadget. The previous iteration, It may have done a tiny bit of damage, but it didn't really help you out very much in any way, unless you just happen to finish somebody off. This one actually is exactly what you would want for Piper's gadget. It pushes someone away from you, it slows them, it gives you time to gain some distance again, get some shots back, and keep dealing that damage. I love the change to this. And the last thing is the brand new environment. Now, I know we saw a sneak peek of it, but here, I ran around the entire map for you as Crow to show off this environment to you. It looks really cool. Of course, you've got Sandy and his flying mattress market. You've got Gene's Lamporium, some, various pots with some snakes and some eyeballs in those pots. That's kind of weird. But yeah, it looks really, really clean. I do really enjoy this environment. It's not exceedingly different than some of the other stuff, but overall it is just so well done, and I really like the overall vibe of Tara's Bazaar. Either way, at this point I don't care anymore. One thing that caught me off guard is that the Brawl Pass seasons are going to last approximately 2 months. That's right, you heard me right. 2 months. I thought it was going to be one personally, but it's a lot longer than I thought. But that does justify the higher gym cost than I had originally thought that it might be. For basically $5 a month, that seems about right. But that's going to wrap it up for the sneak peek. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing this info and are really excited for the Brawl Pass. This is actually a really good update, and what a lot of free-to-play players were really nervous about. I was nervous about it for you all. I don't think you need to be nervous anymore, because this is going to be a great thing for you. And for those players that do spend a little bit in game and it doesn't take much, $5 a month, then this is going to be a great change for you as well. It's a big thing that you can buy into for only $5 a month that will really give you a lot of bang for your buck. But that's going to wrap it up for this video. And as always, until next time, I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace out. We're going to be taking an in-depth look. Jeez, we're killing people now. Party pizza in the house tonight. Bup, bup, bada bada bop, 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 bop. Party pizza in the house tonight. The new chromatic. Now for quests. It's a weird word for me to say. Quests. That's a weird word to say. Say quests. Isn't it a weird word? It's a little weird, yeah. Say it at home with me. Quests. It's a weird word. Anyway. Now for the quests. Oh my gosh, I say it and I'm like, oh my god, that can't be right.